Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Anadina Alvarez. I am going to speak to you today about how to control your anxiety. So what is anxiety? It's a nervous disorder characterized by the state of an excessive uneasiness, apprehension, typically with compulsive behaviors or panic attacks. So I am going to give you from 8 to 9 steps for you to actually put into action to control your anxiety. So first of all, because anxiety is a state of mind, that means it comes from your mind, right? It's something that is coming from your mind, and we need to actually take control from our thoughts, from our mind. So what it is that we have these thoughts in our head that become overwhelming, that once you're whatever you're thinking, I'm gonna give you like really easy steps so you can understand. So what you have in your mind, your thoughts will automatically connect to your emotions and to your feelings. So if your thought is a negative feeling, or is something that is out of your control, is something that is in your past that you can't change, typically people think about the future, and they're thinking about tomorrow, thinking about next month, and there's something that's out of your control, you will eventually connect to your emotions and your feelings, and now you're feeling a little anxious because you can't control it. So that will actually increase your anxiety, and depending on how you're feeling, you act. So what happens is if you're out of control, if your anxiety is out of control, you start having this panic attack. And usually a panic attack is, you feel like you're going to get a heart attack, you can't breathe, you feel like your heart is beating really fast, and it's because your anxiety is out of control. So a lot of times, if I ask you, do you want to control your anxiety, you say, yes, I want to control my anxiety. And if I ask you, you want to control your actions, of consequences of how you're feeling, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to act this way because I was feeling this, I was feeling so anxious, so I was acting a little, strange, or I was acting weird, or I was acting a bad way. And a lot of times we want to change step 2 and 3, but like I explained to you, your emotions and your feelings are coming from what you're thinking. So we go back to your thoughts. So now I want you to concentrate on changing step 1. Once you change step 1, step 2, emotions, step 3, actions will automatically change. It's like a dominoes effect. Okay, so the only thing you need to focus on, I'm going to give you a few steps, obviously, to help your anxiety, but I totally believe that this is the number one most important to actually be able to do. If you're able to control your thoughts, uh, I guarantee you that your anxious is going to reduce, oh my God, maybe up to 50 to 80%. And then you do all the other steps that I'm going to give you, and you're going to be able to take control of your feelings, how you're feeling, your emotions, your actions. You're taking control of your life. So I want you to take control of your thoughts. A lot of times people tell me, well, I can't control my thoughts. So I'm going to give you 3 different ways you can actually change what you're thinking at that moment. Okay, so the first one would be change what you're thinking from negative to positive. Okay, that's the first way to change your thoughts. Change what you're thinking from negative to positive. And I'll give you an example of that. Okay, that's the first step. The second way to change your thoughts is replace the thought with a new thought. Okay, doesn't have to be about the same thing. Just replace it with another thought. You're changing about apples, change it to pears. Like totally different. Okay, so now because you're not thinking about this, you're not feeling a certain way. You're not having that anxiety. The third way to change your thoughts is I want you to distract your mind. So you're thinking this, and this thought is making you anxious. Now I want you to distract your mind to do something. something different. Like, you know what? No, this thought is making me anxious. Okay, I'm going to focus on, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to watch a movie, or I'm going to call someone, or I'm going to write, or I'm going to, cook, or whatever it is. You're distracting your mind from that thought, and automatically, because you're not thinking that, you're not feeling that anxiety anymore. The problem is when you're stuck in that thought. Because when you're stuck in that thought, your anxiety won't go away just like that. You have to change. You have to do any of those three. Replace your thought, change from negative to positive, or distract your mind to do something else. And when I say change your thought from negative to positive, I want you to look for the positive out of the negative. Okay, a lot of times, a lot of people cannot find the positive out of the negative. It's so important. I'll give you a very little example. God forbid, if someone gets into an accident, like if you get into an accident, can you tell me what positive can you get out of that accident? What would be something positive that you can think out of having an accident? I want you to think about it for a few seconds, and you might say, what's so positive about an accident? Well, the accident is not positive, but what can come out of there that is positive? And you probably have a lot of answers, but the most important one is that you're alive. So you have a bad accident, and that accident is negative, but then you look for the positive in the negative, and you are alive. So that is a positive way to see things. So I want you to kind of practice this, because everything's practice. So you need to practice this. This is not gonna, like, from one day to the other you have it under control. No, it takes practice. It takes a lot of work. And in order for you to get good at something, you need to practice. In order for you to take control of your emotions and control of your thoughts, you need to practice every single day. This is not like a 1-day thing, a 1-week thing. No, this is like a life change. Okay, I want you to do this new behavior, that you're changing the negative to positive, so you can actually start disciplining your mind to look for the positive in the negative. Okay, so that would be step 1, and I am sure that if you can only become an expert on step 1, you're gonna have most of your anxiety control. But let me give you the other steps. So the next step, I want you to take 10 minutes a day to breathe. And when I say breathe, I'm not, obviously we breathe all day, right? But I'm talking about deep breath. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do it. I'm not going just how to do it the right way. And I want you to take 10 minutes of your day. It doesn't matter, whenever you want, the time you want, it doesn't really matter. I just need you to do this every day. So 10 minutes a day, put some music, like instrumental music in the background or something, and start breathing. I want you to breathe through your nose. Okay, when you breathe in, you breathe through your nose, and then you exhale through your mouth. And I want you to do it very slow. So when you breathe in, do it very slow, and when you breathe out, do very slow. Make sure that your stomach, when you're breathing in, your stomach is coming out of place, like you're blowing a balloon. So you're breathing in and your stomach's popping out, and then you let it go, and now your stomach goes back to its place. So that's how you know you're doing it correctly, because your stomach is coming out, it's going back in place. That's why you don't use your elbows. So when you breathe in, don't go, because that's not right. So make sure you use your stomach, okay? So 10 minutes a day, I want you to breathe in and breathe out every day. And if you want to do it before you go to sleep, perfect, because this is what it's gonna do is gonna send a message to your brain, is gonna send a message to your body to relax. You're oxygenating your brain, so your brain is sending those messages to relax. So your body is gonna feel relaxed. You're gonna feel relaxed just by one time that you do it. Imagine if you start doing it every day. Okay, so, and I want you to do it every day. If you really want to, like, oh my God, this is out of control, like I can't sleep, I'm so anxious. Okay, perfect. You need to do this every day. Okay, so the third step would be make sure you're sleeping well. Sleeping well could be 8 hours a night. I mean, I think that would be the best thing to do. If you can sleep 8 hours a night, you're gonna feel less anxious during the day. I guarantee you, because you are rested, okay, and your body needs that rest. Your body needs to sleep. If you're not sleeping, if you're only sleeping 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel a little anxiety during the day. So we want to control that anxiety. So we need to take the steps, the right steps to actually be able to accomplish that. So we want to make sure we focus on going to sleep. If you have a bad habit of going to bed really late and then getting up early, well, you know what? You need to start changing your habits. Okay? You need to love yourself. And in order for you to actually take control of that inside, and you need to do some steps, well, you know what, it's up to you. This is in your hands, and I'm giving you the tools to actually do them and take control of that anxiety. Don't make it yours. Don't say my anxiety. Just say, I have anxiety, but I'm going to get rid of it by doing the steps. I guarantee you, if you do them, you are going to get rid of the anxiety, but you actually need to do it. And these are very easy steps. This is not like something really hard that you can't do. These are things that you can do, but you have to discipline yourself to actually accomplish them, right? You have to actually take the time to like read 10 minutes. I mean, we take an hour, 2 hours to watch a movie. Why not 10 minutes for you? Okay, for you to actually be able to breathe in, breathe out, and focus on feeling better. Okay, that was the third step, the sleep. Make sure that before you go to bed, okay, take a notepad. It doesn't matter the notepad doesn't matter. Just take a notepad. I mean, these are $1 notepads that you can get at the 99-cent store. Take a notepad and start writing things down. Everything that you have in mind, all these thoughts that you have 1,000 thoughts in your head, I want you to get them out. Okay? Get them out. Write them down. Like all these things that you have, write them down. All the emotions that you have, write them down. Why? Because you're not going to go to bed with all these thoughts in your mind. That's why a lot of people can sleep, because they have all these thoughts, and I mean, it's 12 midnight and it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and they can't sleep because your mind is constantly working and working. And the worst is that you can't fix it right there in the bed. And the worst thing is that a lot of times you are thinking about something out of your control. You're thinking about the future, or you want to change your past, and neither of those is possible. And you can't change your past, and you don't have control of your future, right? So write it down. If you have to plan something, write it down and say, you know what, I have this problem. Okay, well, let's see if this problem has a solution. If it has a solution, write it down. Okay, yes, it does have a solution. Okay, so when can I start working on the solution? Okay, well, I'm going to start Thursday. I'm going to start this date. Write the date and time where you're going to start working on that problem. Don't focus on something you don't have a solution for. Because if it doesn't have a solution, so why do you have it in your mind? You have to toss it out, throw it away. It's trash. Trash goes in the trash can. It doesn't go into your head. It doesn't go in your mind. And so it doesn't have a solution. No matter how many times, how many hours, how many days, how many weeks you think about it, it doesn't have a solution. It doesn't have a solution. Toss it out. Throw it in the trash. And you know what? I'm telling you this because I know it's possible, because our mind, our brain is so powerful. Our brain is better than any computer you can see out there. I mean, that's where they took the idea of a computer, is from our brain. The connections we have, if we want to save something, we actually can archive things in our brain, and you know what? We don't have to remember it. I guarantee you that I can ask you about memories from your childhood, and you're like, yes, I remember. And it's like, really? How long ago was that? Well, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, 40 years ago. And it's like, wow, but you have it in your brain. Yeah, do you remember this every single day? No, I don't. Okay, when do you bring it up? Whenever I want to. Oh, so that means you have the power to get that thought or that memory from the back of your brain and bring it up to the present. Okay, so that means you have the power to get whatever thought and put it back in your brain and don't remember about it. If you have an appointment, a doctor's appointment, or I have it in 2 weeks, are you gonna keep that appointment every single day in your mind? No. You put it on your calendar, you use your phone and put a calendar and put a reminder, remind me a day before or remind me an hour before, and you put it away. You don't remember anymore because you have other things that you want to focus on. You don't want to miss out on the important things now. You don't want to be like, flying to the future and not be able to control it. You don't want to fly to your past and you can't change it. What's the point of being in the past and you can't change your past? There's only two reasons for you to go to the past. One is to go back and see what mistakes you did and not make the same mistake now. That's one reason. And the second reason is go to your past and say, you know what? I was able to do that. Oh my goodness, that means I'm capable to do this now. So, but not to go to the past and actually stay there. And daydream about your past. Is like, it's in the past. You need to live the present. You need to focus on today. Today is all you have. Today is what you can control. You can't control tomorrow. You don't even know if you have tomorrow. You have no promise, okay, that you're going to have tomorrow. You don't know that. That's why it's called present, because it's a gift for you to actually concentrate on today. Today is all you have, okay? Today, that's it. I'm going to focus on today. What do I have? I'm going to feel good today. I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to enjoy my family today. I'm going to do work today. I'm going to be the best dad, the best brother, the best friend, the best whatever today. Today is all you have. So I want you to focus on today, okay? Don't worry about tomorrow. I'm not saying not to have goals, okay? So don't get me wrong. I love to have goals, and I'm up for for people to have goals, which is great. But it doesn't mean you're gonna frustrate today's day because you have goals of a 3-year goal, a 5-year goal, a year goal. It's great to have goals. That's why you write them down. And then you break it down into a plan and you work daily on that goal that you have in the future. You're not going to get frustrated because you have all these things for next year. No, today is what you have. Don't lose it out because you're so nervous, so anxious, and you're not enjoying your family. And you're not sleeping well. And you're not you're not enjoying life because you're so anxious and you're so stuck in your past and you're so stuck in the future. And today, oh, I messed up. Oh, gosh, I didn't even notice this happened. Why? Because you're not concentrating on today. So, once again, I want you to focus on today. I want you to think about what you can do today, and I want you to do all these things that I'm sharing with you so you can actually enjoy every single day of your life. So before you go to sleep, I want you to write things down, get everything out of your system. I want you to do breathing, and I want you to connect with God. If you don't believe in God, well, connect with if you have if you believe in something greater than you. I want you to talk. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to pray. You can actually look into studies that prayer has actually given people this calmness and this peace. So if you can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I mean, you can take as long as you want, but if you can just take a little time for you to do that, you're venting. When you connect with your superior other, you're venting. When you're connecting with God, you're like, oh God, here it is, here's my anxiety, I'm giving you everything, and you're feeling that you're talking to someone that actually can control all that for you, but you're getting all these things out, all these thoughts, everything that you worry about, because most of the time people just worry, and that's what actually causes this anxiety. So okay, so the next step, let's put into your daily activity some exercise. It doesn't have to be hours of exercise. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you can, but at least you're doing something. And if you're the type of person that don't like to exercise, well, you know what? Go for a walk. Go for a walk around your house. Do 1, 2, 3 blocks, and that would actually help you. It relaxes you a little bit. You're actually distracting your mind to see other things, to see a different scenario. You're not stuck in your room, or you're not stuck in like in this place. You're actually going out, you're seeing other people walking. you know Exercise is going to help you. It releases stress. So exercise is a good way to actually help your anxiety um, relax a little bit. Okay. Well, there's two more. Avoid drugs. Avoid alcohol and drugs. That's not going to help you for your anxiety. Trust me. If you're anxious and you're taking drugs, and you're drinking, it's not going to help you for anxiety. You're going to feel more anxious, so it's not going to help you. So I would suggest to avoid it, the best possible. I also want you to look into what you're eating and drinking, okay? Because a lot of times that can cause anxiety. A lot of people can't sleep because they actually drink caffeine, too much caffeine during the day, and your body hasn't like washed it off. And or you have been eating a lot of sugar in your food, like fruit has a lot of sugar. So if you're gonna eat fruit, make sure you eat it before 6, like before you go to bed, at least 2 hours, so you can actually get rid of it. But if you have anxiety, stop drinking caffeine. You need to stop drinking caffeine. And you say, oh my God, I love coffee. I know. I understand. I love coffee myself. But if you have anxiety, well, you know what? You need to love yourself more than you love your coffee. You need to actually stop drinking coffee. And if you just want the taste of coffee, well, start drinking caffeine. I mean, caffeine free. No coffee without any caffeine. If you really just love the taste of coffee, you need to start loving yourself. You need to start taking care of yourself. So stop drinking caffeine because it's not helping you with anxiety. Okay, I'm telling you, you need to eat. If you're not eating well, all that has to do a lot with how you're feeling. Your anxiety makes a lot of sense when you're actually eating well, when you drinking vitamins, when you're sleeping well. You're taking care of things, and you're not going to feel this anxiety, especially if you work on the thoughts and your mind, because remember, it's a state of mind. So but all this is connected. Okay, so make sure you're eating well. Make sure you're adding vegetables, you're adding fruit, and drinking vitamins. It's so important, because a lot of times we don't eat the 3 vegetables and the 2 fruits during the day that supposedly we have to. Like if you go to the doctor, that's what they're going to ask you. Also, how many fruits and vegetables you eat a day, and do you drink protein? Do you eat proteins? Do you eat this? Do you eat that? And a lot of times we don't. I know people that only eat once a day, or sometimes they have a big gap of not eating. They eat very early, and they don't eat all day, but that's not helping you. You need to start loving yourself. You need to start taking care of yourself. Okay, so eating well is always going to help you. Always. It's always going to help you to actually be able to control that anxiety. Okay, so get rid of caffeine. If you have to, you have to. I mean, if you love yourself and you don't want to feel this anxiety, you have to. Okay, and the last one is connecting with other people. A lot of times, there's a lot of people that are very isolated, and they feel a lot of anxiety, even though they're not, because of they're not connecting with anyone, they feel very anxious. So being able to connect with others is so important. Connect with people, and I'm not just talking about internet connection, social media. No, I mean, yes, you can connect with social media, but that's not. I'm talking about really connecting with person to person with someone. Okay, taking someone Go for a walk with someone, whether it's your partner or your kids or your mom. It doesn't matter. For you to connect with people is so important. Catch up with an old friend, catch up with a cousin, connect, talk to them. 30 minutes, 1 hour, it's so healthy to do that, because we are actually not focusing so much on all these things that we have in our head. We're actually connecting with so many people, and we're actually having good conversation. And sometimes, we can become that person that they need to talk to, and you feel good about it. Now you're not so focused on your own stuff. You're like, you're listening to other people, and that actually get rid of a lot of anxiety. So I know there's a few steps for you to take, but I guarantee you, if you follow what I just shared with you, I you're gonna give me comments later on saying, you know what? Oh my God, I feel so much better. Oh my God, I'm taking control of my anxiety. You just have to do it. You have to do them though. If I can give you 100 million steps, and if you don't do them, nothing's gonna happen. So I encourage you to take control of your emotions, control of your feelings, control of any and get rid of the anxiety, get rid of any depression, being able to focus on you and become that person that you want to become, be healthy and not worry about your future, because obviously you can't control it. I guarantee you're gonna feel much better. I hope you like this video. You can share it with people that you think has anxiety and needs help. I will be posting my next video pretty soon this week, strengthening your self-esteem. So, you know, subscribe, make sure you turn on your notifications so it can let you know that we are posting a new video. And I hope you like it. Take care, and make sure you are responsible for your emotions. This is no one else's emotions, no one else's feeling. This is your job to actually work on it, okay? And my job is just to share with you and give you the tools, but it's your job to actually put them into action. So take care, good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.